Tantor Audio, a division of Recorded Books, presents A Time to Stand, the Epic of the Alamo, by Walter Lord, narrated by Norman Dietz. Publisher's Note: this audiobook includes bonus material. Please visit tantor.com and type A Time to Stand into the search box. Follow the link to the book's page, then under the supplemental content section, please enter the access code REMEMBER, and then click the Unlock button to access the bonus material. The code should be entered in all lowercase letters. Thermopylae had her messenger of defeat. The Alamo had none. General Thomas Jefferson Greene, 1841. Forward. These men were all kinds. They were farmers, clerks, doctors, lawyers. There was a blacksmith, a hatter, a house painter, a jockey, a shoemaker, a Baptist preacher. Very few were the frontier type, although one was indeed the greatest bear hunter in all the West. They came from Boston, Natchez, New York, Charleston, Philadelphia, from Illinois, New Jersey, Tennessee, 18 states altogether. A few were from across the ocean, but only 2 or 3 had been in Texas as long as 6 years. As a group, they had little in common, yet everything, for they were all Americans, sharing together a fierce love of liberty and a deep belief that the time had come to take their stand to keep it. Chapter 1. To All Americans in the World. In the bare headquarters room of an improvised fort called the Alamo, Lieutenant Colonel William Barrett Travis picked up his pen and began to write. Travis was a rebel, commanding some 150 other rebels in the insurgent Mexican territory of Texas. He was hundreds of miles from the United States border, 2 weeks from New Orleans, a month from Washington, but it never occurred to him that his words were of limited application. With bold, unhesitating strokes, he addressed his message to the people of Texas and all Americans in the world. Outside, his men went about their duties. It was late afternoon, and some were already cooking supper in the large open space that formed the heart of the Alamo compound. Others hoisted the fort's best gun, a fine 18-pounder, onto a new mounting. Hot work, for it was surprisingly warm for this time of year, February 24th, 1836. Still other men crouched behind the walls and barricades, squinting across the flat Texas landscape toward the hills to the north and east, some shanties to the south, or the little town of San Antonio de Bexar directly to the west. Here they could see a red banner flapping from the top of the town's church tower, and occasionally they also saw tiny figures moving about in the distance, soldiers of His Excellency General Antonio Lopez de Santa Anna, President of the Republic of Mexico. It was growing dark now, a good time for a courier to slip out unseen. Travis scribbled on, filling the page with dashes and hasty abbreviations, somehow in keeping with his quick, abrupt way of doing things. But there was always time to underline, once, 3 times a single phrase, and this too seemed in character, for he had a great flair for theatrics. Briefly he explained his situation. Fellow citizens and compatriots, I am besieged by 1,000 or more of the Mexicans under Santa Anna. I have sustained a continual bombardment and cannonade for 24 hours, and have not lost a man. The enemy has demanded a surrender at discretion. Otherwise, the garrison are to be put to the sword, if the fort is taken. I have answered the demand with a cannon shot, and our flag still waves proudly from the walls.
Sample complete. Ready to continue?